The Jungle by Upton Sinclair, changing the rights for Chicago meat packers. The main character in the book is Jurgis Rudkus, a Lithuanian immigrant trying to make ends meet in Chicago. He and his family live near the stockyards in the meatpacking district. He takes a job at Brown's slaughterhouse. Rudkus had thought the U.S. would offer more freedom, but he finds working conditions harsh. If you ran your hands over the meat, you could pick up the dung of the rats. To get rid of the rats, workers put out poisoned bread. But what happens to the rats when they are dead? They get thrown in with the poisoned bread and become the meat product. Or, if someone fell into the cooking vats, they became part of the product. He and his young wife struggle to survive. They fall deeply into debt and are prey to con men. Hoping to buy a house, they exhaust their savings on the down payment for a substandard slum house, which they can't afford. The family is evicted after all their money is taken. Rudkus had expected to support his wife and other relatives, but eventually, all the women, children, and his sick father seek work to survive. As the novel progresses, the jobs the family uses to stay alive slowly lead to their physical and moral decay. Accidents at work and other events lead the family closer to catastrophe. One injury results in Rudkus being fired, and he later takes a job at Durham's fertilizer plant. Rudkus eventually attacks Ona's boss, resulting in his arrest and imprisonment. After being released from jail, Rudkus finds that his family has been evicted from their home. He finds them staying with relatives, where Ona is in labor with her second child. She dies in childbirth at age 18 from blood loss. Rudkus had lacked the money for a doctor. Soon after, his first child drowns in a muddy street. Rudkus leaves the city and takes up drinking. His brief sojourn as a hobo in rural United States shows him that there really is no escape. Farmers turn their workers away when the harvest is finished. Rudkus returns to Chicago and begins a series of laboring jobs as a con man. He drifts without direction. One night, he wanders into a lecture being given by a socialist, where he finds community and purpose. A fellow socialist employs him, and he resumes his support of his wife's family. The book ends with another socialist rally, which follows some political victories. The public was disgusted by this. They couldn't believe what they were eating and feeding to their children. When Sinclair published his book, he didn't expect the public to react this way. He wanted the people to see how the immigrants were treating, not about the meat. He once said, "I aimed at the public's heart, and by accident I hit it in the stomach." Upton Sinclair. Sinclair always wanted better slaughterhouses. President Roosevelt always felt pressured by Sinclair. His graphic description of the meatpacking in his 1906 novel, The Jungle, so deeply disgusted Roosevelt and Congress that they passed the Meat Inspection Act and Pure Food and Drug Act the same year, hoping to clean up the industry and protect American consumers.